What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Benny Bishop, and like I say, Benjamin Nkomo. So I'm here to just talk about the environment that we are born from as human beings. So I want us to understand that your level of spending in life is dependent on the location you're coming from. In other words, your expenses are all dependent on the location that you hold from. So you can never run away from your family. In a country like Zambia, where people that are coming from various locations, and it's all by virtue of the families that we're coming from. So in the manner that we live life, or our lifestyle, it's all tied to the families that we're coming from. But to be particular, talking of expenses, it's all as a result of the families that we're coming from. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk about life in general, and in the manner that we need to approach life, more especially on the part of a new generation, speaking of the youths. So I just recently graduated. I was a Zambian student in the area of law, and I have siblings from different families or different locations in Zambia that were also studying. Some were even privileged to go as far as Canada. So, ladies and gentlemen, in life there are challenges. And I can remember during the time of our studies, we had similar problems. I had challenges with my parents, and some of them had challenges with their parents as well. Some of them were raised during the time of their studies by a single parent. So in this like manner, talking of my girlfriend I was together with from Eastern Province, the eastern part of Zambia, she was also raised by a single parent, and this was a person that was traveling a long way. You could imagine from the eastern part all the way to Lusaka. Basically, there are challenges in life, and I want us to understand to say challenges are normal. I'm no longer together with the same lady I just made mention of, by the way. You put a lot of factors when you're trying to get together with someone. I want us to understand that relationships are tied to families. There are certain partners that you could get together with for the benefit of the family, and there are certain partners that you could get together with for the benefit of yourself. So if you're getting together with a partner, means the family is involved. Somebody is maybe sustaining your immunity. So there are certain people that are like central in families, like the family I'm coming from. There are people that are like central, and I could acknowledge my mother that did marketing. So there are certain people that are central. Nothing lasts forever in life. There are certain things that could preserve you maybe for a year. Some things maybe for 5 years, some things maybe for 10 years. But it's important to understand that nothing lasts forever. I was so close to my mother from my Canadian brother that I could acknowledge her on many occasions, and I could keep in touch with her on a regular basis. But then at a certain point it stopped working. So nothing lasts forever, same as certain people. So I continue with the challenges of life. So life is about ranks. It doesn't matter, speaking of your performance in university. During the generation of my parents, and the generation of my uncles and aunties, and education was very difficult to retain. that if you attained it, you were somebody of a higher degree in society. You were deemed to be of great importance. So it doesn't matter, speaking of your qualifications, and that what matters is the family you're tied from. But just to avoid people that become high-minded, the things that surround you, the finances and all that the family are coming from, that's just like a call. That just defines your importance, your value in your family. So there are a variety of universities in Zambia, so it's heartbreaking to know of the blockages, where the family stops progressing just as a result of the academic factors in that, speaking of other people. There are quite a number of universities in Zambia. There is Zikes University, there is UNZA, there is Cavendish, there is UNILAS. But it's important to know that your rank as an individual is what matters the most. And speaking of the people that are doing medicine, the people that are at Apex University, the people that are Cavendish University, so there are a variety of universities, just so name them. But nevertheless, we are all struggling to make a life. I've had some of my friends not make it at once. Some of them, they've repeated some courses in that, but saying, what matters is your rank, your identity. You're progressing. And I also wanted to stress on something, to say our elder siblings are a pillar that our parents are standing on. Our parents can't survive without the firstborn. This is something that we need to take to heart. Our parents can't survive without the firstborns. So speaking of the other ones, the secondborns, the thirdborns and all that, more especially those of a similar sex, there are people that preserve the firstborns. It's like their makeup is what sustains the firstborns. And the firstborns, they are the people that are so stationed, I don't know how I can put it. There are people that are strong at preserving the family. In as much as they struggle with challenges, in most cases are not better than the younger ones. In as much as they are the most reliable, because speaking of the secondborns and all that, that the people that are the most favored, nevertheless, they can never be of the capacity of the elder ones. So them, they're just like a covering. They're just like intercessors. And they can never have a long-lasting immunity. So I love you people. It's important that you come to the knowledge of your identity to say, what place am I standing at? And in addition, a family ought to help each other. Just like their firstborns, like I earlier mentioned. Speaking of the younger ones, you need to be a people that are able to share things. Speaking of Harlem Trist, you need to be free to say, okay, I know today I can be in the clothes of my elder brother maybe, or my younger brother. That is how a family lives. So there are certain people that are a favored people, more especially the last borns. So people like me were favored people, but you need to know your identity. Not to stress much. I'm at Alpha School. This is a school where my Canadian siblings were the time they were little. So I'm in McKinney location. I love you people. Thank you.